Today we are back at Sidex Japan's main workshop here in Koriyama, which is about 30 to 40 minutes from Ebisu Circuit. And I don't know if you can see, but the chaser is in there, and I'm getting ready to start tearing it down to work out how bad the accident really was, what we broke, what's damaged, what needs replacing and all that stuff, because while we have had a little brief look at it, you don't really know how bad it is and everything that you're going to need to fix until you tear it down. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's go and take a look at it. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sad, the state that it's in right now. But we'll make it new again, that's for sure. That lower arm is so twisted and bent. It seems like that copped most of the hit than anything else, really. I mean, I am a bit concerned about how much the metal's kind of crinkled and folded in this corner, but we should be able to pull and bash that out. This really isn't all that bent here either. We don't know where the radiator's pierced as well, so pretty much I'm hoping that everything's going to be fixable pretty easily. Obviously, keep in mind, this is a missile, so it doesn't need to be perfectly fixed. As long as we can just like slap new fiberglass fenders on, I can put another light on there and just make the car kind of look clean, because I'm a pretty strong believer in making your drift cars, like even if they're missiles, still look like presentable and really nice. I will be happy. The front bumper still can be repaired too. Like it's definitely like split and a bit destroyed on the corner where the hit happened, as you can see here, but that's all repairable. We could just do some fiberglass on the back end of that to support it, drift stitch it and put it back together. But I don't know about this fender, man. I think we're just going to end up going with some Origin big over fenders. Anyways, for now, I'm gonna put you guys on the time lapse. I'm going to tear into this, and then we're going to really get a good idea of what's broken, what needs replacing, and whether or not we can get it fixed today so we can go driving tomorrow. So let's get started. You gonna help me, buddy? Oh, apparently not. So here's where we're at currently. I made a huge mess. I thought the radiator was empty, but it still had probably half of its contents, and it dumped it all over the floor. So I spent forever mopping it up with just this tiny little Japanese mop, which sucks. But that aside, we've definitely done a bit more damage than I first anticipated, especially to like the radiator. I thought we'd be able to save that, but that is definitely not the case. You can see here that like everything's been pushed in, collapsed and kind of crumpled up. You can actually see here the seam sealer here has come out a bit because that point was stressed with all the metal folding up here. It's not a problem. Doesn't look like the strut bar, the strut tower has moved or been affected whatsoever. Which I'm not surprised, because the wheel kind of and the lower control arm took the brunt of the force there. So we should be fine. We're just going to have to pull this corner out and bash it with a hammer and stuff to try and get that back into the original shape. This is a little bit tweaked here, but we'll be able to pull that out too once this kind of comes down, so that shouldn't be a problem. Radiator, definitely need a new one. I don't think we can weld this up. It looks like when the hit happened and it kind of shifted everything, this came in contact with the fan, and the fins here, well, the fins are damaged, but see the little channels here, they're all damaged too. And in fact, up here, it's completely cut in two. So this radiator is going to be getting recycled. And we'll have to get a new one, unfortunately. Everything else is pretty well sound. This bar here, the structural like chassis rail here, doesn't seem to have moved at all, which we're really lucky on. Otherwise, yeah, like, I mean, we're gonna need like some new things like this and stuff like that, but overall it could have been a lot worse. I did get a good look at the suspension components down here too. I'm a little bit worried about this upper arm, so when the guys replace this lower one here, because they got to weld a new one up, they're gonna look at this as well as the tie rod end, and make sure everything's good there. But yeah, we got away pretty lucky, all things considered. And I was talking to Fusto and showing him the footage, and he agrees that just in the moment and the timing that everything happened, there really wasn't much I could have done, because I had already flicked and transitioned, and then right after that was when they spun. So there wasn't really much that I could have done. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm just trying to like check over everything else and make sure we're all good. I moved the battery back over and made sure nothing like got damaged on this side, because the force was so big that the whole battery had shifted over and was sitting against this intercooler piping. Fustel does have a lot of spare intercooler piping and stuff, so we'll be able to like replace piping that is literally like sealed shut and bent. Yeah, overall we got out of this pretty well, I think, all things considered. Pretty happy. The fact that these arms as well, this lower arm is a welded and shut one, so the fact that this just bent and didn't snap and break is very, very good. It means that the weld had a lot of penetration and stuff. But you can see the arm is bent here in this section, and then again here in that weld section. You can see it copped so much stress there over the weld that all the paint, it flexed so much that all the paint there kind of cracked and came off. It's crazy. Thing is bent and mangled up, and it looks like the knuckle's fine and everything, so I think we're going to get out of this like pretty good, all things considered. I'm pretty happy. These things are kind of like tanks. They don't really I mean, I guess if I hit another one, it would probably, like at that speed, it probably would have done more damage if it was another chaser, or we would have just bounced off each other. I don't know. But like, yeah, what is this? Like, did the previous owner like go and reinforce this? Look at this. There's like angle iron welded in here. Kind of weird. It's not a bad thing, I guess, that it's strengthened. I don't see any other like kind of crash damage except in the rear too. And you can see in certain places like it's been stitch welded too. So I wonder if like this section was replaced before. See, there's a little kink there too. So we'll have to pull that corner out. Overall, really not that bad. So here is where I'm going to leave the chaser for today. Fosto's ordered me a new radiator and some new fenders and stuff. Hopefully the radiator arrives tomorrow. Tomorrow the guys are going to make me new lower arms, so that we'll get that bent one out there, and the guys will fix the body up and try to piece everything together so that we can do some driving with this thing Wednesday, Thursday. Tomorrow my goal is to do a kind of like a test kind of day with the S15 and get that dialed in up at North Course, and then the couple days that I have left up here, we'll shred this thing and just have a bunch more seat time and fun. I also asked him about why these were welded in here, and he said that this is actually a very common mod that a lot of Japanese do here in Japan to the JZX100, because it's very common that they crack here. And when they crack here, it's kind of a very, very bad thing and hard to repair. So a lot of the guys, when they get their chasers here, they stitch weld it up as much as they can, and then they also weld in this bar here to help prevent it from cracking. So the more you know. Learning more about the chassis more and more as time goes on. So I'm pretty pumped to get this thing fixed. Got my helmet and gloves that I left in the car, and I'm going to jump in the S15 and I'm going to go have lunch and just kind of explore the area for the rest of today, I think. Ended up venturing out a bit. I'm like right in the center of Koriyama right now. I found a Starbucks. I needed a fix. And I'm gonna jump in the S15 and we're gonna head back to Dake Onsen, where my hotel is, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away from where I am now. I don't think I can ever get over the views out here. So beautiful. Man. The only thing that kind of would suck about living out here is just like, you know, no Starbucks anywhere close by. Oh, thank you so much to everyone who's grabbing orders, by the way, on the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. I'm just having a really relaxing rest of the day. Kind of just like doing what I want to do and having some me time. I'm sure you guys can understand. And just, I'm taking the back roads, enjoying driving and just staying with my own thoughts and stuff like that. Once I get to the hotel, I'll probably play in the sim for a bit and we'll call it there. So I do apologize if today's video is a bit short, but once again, I'm sure you guys will understand why. Just arrived at the hotel and check out this thing next to my car. What the? I don't even know what car this is. I love the facelift though. It's so tiny. What is this thing? There's a Ferrari badge on there. I don't think that's real though. It's there again too. What is this thing? It's gonna be like, it's got a Momo wheel. It's got a taco up there. I don't even know what to think of that. I don't even think I could fit in that. I can't stop laughing at it. Oh, that is great. Brought a smile to my face anyways. I hope it does for you guys too. So heading out for a little bit of a walk to go get some dinner. I seriously can't get over just how beautiful this place is. At the top of this hill, there's a shrine, and this creek or river kind of like just runs through the middle of the road here. It's so cool, and there's like a bunch of old Japanese buildings and hotels and stuff like that. Like this is a coffee lounge. How did I not know that that was there until now? I'm gonna go there tomorrow morning. That's gonna be sick. Well, anyways, usually there's like a yakitori place here. Oh, not yakitori, sorry, izakaya. Sorry, what is wrong with me? But they do have like yakitori there. Yeah, Dake Onsen Japanese pub. They've got English there. So it's just like a place where you can go drink and get like bar food and stuff like that. Bunch of like gyoza and other things. It's really starting to get cold out here too. From like midweek, it's supposed to start snowing here, so pretty stressed and a bit worried about what the weather's gonna be like when I'm trying to head home. But we should be okay. I'm just walking down to the convenience store to get some convenient food, and then I'll probably talk to you guys down there and we'll wrap today's video up. Got tonight's dinner and comfort food. I'm gonna sit back, watch some Netflix and just relax. Everything else aside, today I still had a really good day, and I'm glad I got to take like half of the day off and whatnot, just collect myself. Definitely feeling a little bit off, not my usual kind of chirpy self, which I know you guys obviously understand. But yeah, I'm just excited to get back out there tomorrow, test out the S15. We've made some changes to the rear suspension, got that sway bar back in there, so I really want to feel that out and get that dialed and get used to that and get some seat time, so that the next competition in January, I'll be ready to go. So with that, guys, I'm gonna wrap things up here. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Leave us a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's video. Does anyone else hate how wearing masks, they just keep sliding down like all the time? Anyways guys, peace out. Jamata. Bye.